Hey there, Sensei Mish here, and I'm welcoming you to a new episode. Well, actually, I haven't done an episode in a long time of Mondays with Sensei Mish. So you may be wondering why I am dressed like this, and we're taking this type of thing. I'm kind of in a rush. I wanted to get this on video because I'm giving this as a gift. This is going to a wedding. A good friend of mine is getting married. But I'm giving knives. Now you can't, they don't just make these cases. So I decided to make one of my own. So on this video, you'll see, it's a DIY video. So if you don't like that stuff, just, turn it off. But if you want to learn how to make this, it's actually pretty cool. It even has the indents on so the knives can nicely fit in there. And of course, these are Bram Frank knives. We have a Miso Mini and a standard Bowie. So anyway, there you go. I love this thing. I think I might make more of them because this has turned out so much. This has turned out so much better than I expected. This is what I had in my head. I just didn't expect it would look this cool. So sit back, enjoy. You'll see my successes and some of my failures. I had an idea of one way to do it, and it totally blew up in my face, so to speak. You'll kind of see what it is when I show it to you. Anyway, sit back, enjoy, and I'll see you later. So we begin with this. Now I have a box. This box I got from Michael's. I wanted something that had a little bit of character to it, something that I could sand and stain and varnish, something that had kind of a hinge. I wanted something big enough to be able to place the knives into. So at the time, I'm still kind of playing around with how I want to present this. At first, I thought this, then I thought this. This is a wedding gift, so, say you take the yin and yang, you have this, with this wrapping here and this wrapping here, that might be kind of cool. I could do it that way, with this being the top of the box when you open it up. The pink is on top, the black is on the bottom. I have not made my official, I haven't made an official decision yet. I actually kind of like this, so this is probably what we're going to do. I have the foam, I have this fabric. In fact, I got another, a previous fabric. I like this. It's got a nice texture to it. It's kind of got the sheen, kind of the crinkly, but I'm kind of an ivory person. And this is actually more of the texture that I was going for, because the whole concept is, a gift box for knives, but kind of that, the classic, like gun display box. You get the classic, gun in a nice felt box, wood, but I want to do that for knives. I like this. This, I think, you would see the dirt too soon. So I've decided I'm not going to use this. I might use this for another project at some point. So I'm going to go with this. I think the ivory, it kind of gives it that natural aged look along with this. Because if we take this, you got here, I like that look. So it's going to be kind of like that in a way. So I'm going to put the knives off screen here. We're going to prepare the box here. So I got to take all of these apart because we're going to end up sanding down the box. But I basically have just a little screwdriver. So we're going to unscrew the screws here. Now, one of the things is that I I had this great idea. Instead of using like block foam that I would have to cut up or shape, I thought about using spray foam. And I've used spray foam, before, not for a DIY project, but just in general, home use. So I kind of have an idea of how much foam to use and for different things. Well, as you'll see in the picture I'm just about to put up, I didn't anticipate this type of growth. So I've decided I had to redo the project and do it with a more square foam. So I'm going to put this off site. Put it here. So this box is pretty raw. It's got a very unfinished finish. So we're gonna basically finish it off. I've got some sandpaper here, and I've got a couple different grits. I usually use the 220 for the fine stuff. So I'm going to use some 220, and of course I didn't really prepare any of this off screen, so we're just going to, or beforehand. So got a very fine finish here, so I'm just going to take some 220 sandpaper here. And I'm just going to basically just give it a nice. All right, so some time has gone by. I have sanded this. I'm going to clean up this space because I actually want to start cutting out the foam. So we will be back momentarily. So we are back. These been sanded, much smoother surfaces now. We're going to put, what I want to do now is I want to put foam in here, and then I will draw out the centerpieces. So let's focus on the bottom. Okay, I've got this very, very huge piece of foam. See, it covers up the entire camera. Of course, I like to buy big pieces so they don't I don't screw things up, or if I do screw things up, that I can replace them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there. Okay. All right, so I had previously made this piece of foam. Actually, stuff fit actually pretty nice, but I want to make a better one that's a little bit nicer. So instead of just drawing lines around the box like I did, I actually measured it. So one side of the box is 6 3/4 inches, and then the other side is 6 1/4 inches. So I'm just going to cut that out. Now, if we look at our finished product, okay, so it's a little bit angled, and that's not bad. But, wow, look at that. It's a lot nicer than the other way, which is completely butchered. So, so I'm going to try and clean this up just a little bit more, because so in my other project, this is the lid from a previous try. So just for measurement's sake, yeah, that fits nicely right in there like that. I like that. I like that a lot. That actually fits a lot nicer than the one from before. So, and I'm even wondering, because my other lid right now has been stained, and the varathane is drying. So how do I want to use this here? Okay, so I've got a much nicer finish. For me, I'm a little OCD, so I can do stuff like, this doesn't bother me, but with a finished project, knowing that this is going to be underneath and hidden, that drives me nuts. I like, even though this isn't perfect, this looks nicer than that. So, let's then move on from here. So, I'm wondering, I'm thinking here now, before I used the bigger box, the previous box looks like this, because remember when I showed you that. So one of my thoughts here is to use this as the cut, and then leave the other one ooh, maybe I'll do this, because maybe I'll do this, and then I can do that. Ahaha. Okay, I will do this though. Just got to trim this down because it's going along the edge just a little bit. So I've got a good start going. So, and you can see that's a good thickness. That's a good thickness, and it's not, it looks kind of gross, but we'll see how this goes, and we'll just kind of peel this back. Let's go back to tracing the knives, okay? So we had this and we had this. That's how we want to do it, right? Like that. Okay. So we're going to trace those knives. There we go. So we got that. So we're going to do the same thing that we did before, and we're just going to cut and trim. just like that. So. That's pretty good. So I've cut all those out. You can kind of see how it separates like that. Okay, so now I'm going to do just like I did before, but I'm going to, it's going to look a little bit nicer this time because, yeah, because I've already done this before. So we're just going to take that and just kind of give me a good starting point. Moving right along, it's all nice one thickness. You can kind of see it's all nice one thickness there. Okay. That is actually pretty cool. One pretty consistent, oh, let's see, there we go. One pretty consistently thick. So when I put the knife down, it fits in there beautifully, absolutely beautifully. See what, like a third charm, fits on the third charm. Okay, so the spoon. I have to figure out how to do the spoon. So if I am, ooh, that's kind of cool. Okay, and then if I lay the spoon in there like, oh, look how beautiful that fits. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic. All right, so let's do that. Oh, check that out. That fits. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful that fits. Nice. It just fits like a glove. Just fits in there nice and snug. Nice and snug. Oh my gosh. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. Now we do this one. Yeah, see, look at that. Nice, even thickness. I like it. So if we take that, that should fit in there nicely. Now we just need to make room for the spoon. And this is the gift, so I don't really want to take the spoon off. But, stay right there. Well, I do have a spoon that I can use. So, okay, so we got the spoon. And we just lift it off. We'll just use this one. I'm going to use Alexa's. I'll use the other one, but we'll do. fits like a glove. Fits like a glove, and that would fit like a glove like that. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Look at that. Nice and flat, just like they should. I freaking love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. That goes over there. Now, we take our fabric. So, I have lots and lots of fabric. Take our fabric. If I have my fabric and I put it over like so, see if I push those down, see how those, and then they would actually fit in there like so. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my God, that's beautiful. Okay. Getting too excited. All right, so what I need to do is I need to do that, plus then have it come over and fold like that. So. Beautiful. All right, so now the idea is to spray adhesive on here, put this over this like that, and form fit it into the things. Now, what happened just prior is in a previous test. I sprayed, you can see, and the blue came out on here, and I did not anticipate that. So I have sprayed this down a couple times. This does already have some glue on it, so it's kind of tacky, but it's not wet. So I'm going to spray this again. Okay, and we'll just and we'll just kind of let it sit for just a little bit. All right, and we might even feel that it's a little bit tacky there. Okay, so now we take this. Okay. This is looking really awkward, but it's going to end up being actually kind of cool in the end. And when I'm cutting this right here, I'm not cutting it all the way from that edge. I'm actually cutting it further down. So I still have that corner wrap. Okay. All right. So that should not be too much of a problem. So we have pretty much an almost finished piece there that looks presentable. So we'll put that aside and we'll bring this back here. Okay, and you know, there's no design, we just wanted that flat piece there. So we'll cut this up. Probably could have cut this to size originally, but so this probably could be this could have been done a little easier. A lot of wasted material here. Kind of feel bad on the wasted material, but it is what it is. Okay. Okay, so all this stuff can go in the trash. So now, as our product, we have a top and a bottom, and then that will mesh inside there. So this is actually looking like it's going to be pretty nice. So now it's just waiting for the box to dry. Okay, so it is the next day. We have, this is nice and dry. This is, these fit in here just like I wanted. Perfect fit, okay? Now I'm gonna bring in the box. Now before it was a unfinished, but I have sanded and stained and varnished, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So now we just need to start putting this back together. So, and actually, to show you how this is going to fit, check this out. This fits in just like that, and this fits in just like that, and then of course that fits just like that. So it will end up hinging over like that. Pretty nifty, huh? Okay, so we're going to take all this out, and we're going to basically put back on all the brass hinging. So we got the latch. And it hinges. Exactly what I'm looking for. Isn't that awesome? I'm so very happy with the way that this turned out. So, all right. Now for the final touches. I'm going to turn it that way for camera view. So this is the top of the box. This is going to go here, so that's going to go in here. So I'm just going to do a little bit of spray just to make sure that that stays. And a little bit of spray. Well, this was working so much better earlier. And then that'll go in like that. For that to stay. All right. We go there. And we go here. And we go here. We can shut it and then shake it. Let's see. Do they stay in place? Well, yes and no. All right. There we go. Project complete. Oh, it's not project complete. I need to put felt. Felt needs to go here. So, pull these out. Then all right, so our finished project.